Welcome back to a Chandler's channel. I'm Tracy with your intuitive weekly vlog on superstitions this week. So stay tuned if that sounds really interesting to you. I'll go get Whitehawk in just a minute, but I just want to touch back briefly on our previous intuitive weekly vlog, which was our first question and answer session, and it was, I thought it was amazing. But I guess I'm a little biased because there was some information in there. I answered 2 subscribers, so you have to be a subscriber and you have to comment throughout the month on videos, whether it be the new ones or older ones in the archives, and there's a lot of good ones in there. And then you have to put your question in a comment box, and you can be as vague as you want. As vague as you want, yeah. As vague as you want. Does that sound properly? What doesn't sound right about that? Yeah, you don't have to be, you don't have to give everybody's name, height, weight, or anything like that. You know, just be vague, and we'll go in and get your answer. Now, this past week, the questions pertained, I'd say, to the greater whole. Was one on Spirit Guide and one on finances. So go have a listen to that. I'll put it somewhere here in here. If you're listening on mobile or iPad, you'll see the little bubbles here, there, and everywhere. Or no, you won't, right? It's the opposite. On mobile and phones, you won't see the little bubbles, but on PCs and so on and so forth, you will see when I put things in here. Okay, so let's go get Whitehawk. Oh, great. I'll say my piece on superstition. Sorry, I'm sliding all over the place in this Papasan from Pier 1, right? I bought it for myself thinking, you know, this would be really comfortable. And then I'm like, yeah, this isn't such a great chair. This all like stuff falls down, and then you can't really sit back and have a coffee in it or anything, right? It's great for kids. They love it. And if I just want to sit here and read a book, that's great, as long as I'm not drinking anything, because by the time you lean back, it's like it's all over you, right? So it has its place. It's probably better for teenagers. Don't many of them take it to college or whatever? Anyways, I'm just channeling my inner teenager by getting this, right? I never want to grow old. Never! Okay, so superstitions. When you think of superstitions, and please feel free to comment on superstitions within your culture or within your family, because it varies, right? You think of some superstitions like, breaking a mirror, 7 years bad luck. Well, I tell you, the amount of mirrors I've broken, I'm probably never getting out of 7 years bad luck, right? Or, what's another one? Step on a crack, break your mother's back. Do you ever hear that one? When you're walking on the sidewalk and you see that. Or, Friday the 13th, superstitious, 13's bad luck. Well, it can't be, because, heck, I was born on the 13th. So it can't be that bad. To me, 13's the number of transformation. But see, in superstitions, numbers can be many things to many people, and all different. So in the end, what superstition comes down to is what you believe and what your culture believes, because then it becomes. So if you think every time you see the number 13 or Friday the 13th comes up that it's bad, then indeed you will probably attract that bad luck to you. We were, my husband and I were moving into this house, and did we move in on a Saturday or a Sunday? And his dad, he's from Ireland, and his dad said, oh no, you can't move in on a Saturday or Sunday. That's bad luck to move into a house. Or was it Sunday? Because I think it was a Sabbath. I'm not quite sure. So sorry if I've confused that. But anyways, it didn't matter. It was one of those days it was bad luck to move in. And I'm like, oh, I've never heard that in Canada, right? To me, we don't have that superstition. But to them, perhaps if they did move in on that day, it would be bad luck because, well, they would attract that to them. And then there's New Year's Day, so the first person to walk through your day, through your door, New Year's, my mom said, make sure it's a dark-headed person. Because, so normally I'm a brunette, can't tell, look at those roots. It's probably very gray now. But anyway, so one of us would have to walk through the door in our house first, because anyone else walked through your door, it was bad luck. I don't believe that. But the other superstition on New Year's is don't do laundry on New Year's, because if you do laundry on New Year's, you'll be doing laundry every day of the year. Well, when you have a family, you do laundry every day of the year anyway, so I don't think there's any way you're going to get away from that, right? And then, what was the other thing? Laundry. Oh, my mom said, and I'd never heard this one before, but I guess in the Catholic culture, if it rains on Good Friday, then it's going to rain for 40 days later, having to do with Jesus. And I had never heard that before, and I guess this past year it did rain on Good Friday, and we haven't had good weather here. It's kind of been erratic. So my mom said that's why, right? So it's kind of funny. I'll have to start watching that now on Good Friday for the 40 days. So please feel free to share superstitions from your culture and your family. You know, if those are the ones, if you drop a spoon, isn't it a strange woman is going to come to visit, or you drop a fork, it'll be a strange man, or the knife, it's a child, right? A strange child to come to visit. Now I could probably completely mess those up, so feel free to correct me nicely in the comments box. But there's so many, and it could go on and on and on. So let's go get Whitehawk and see what he has to say about superstitions. Indeed, he says, superstitions, have we not come out to play regarding superstitions? He says, they are laughable, he says. When I say laughable, I mean like you have to laugh at them, because if we were to actually live our life based on all superstitions, would we ever get out of bed? Think about it. Would we ever get out of bed for all the silly concoctions of superstitions that are out there? And so we're kind of thinking about it, and yeah, maybe, you know, because if I had to step on a crack in the sidewalk, I would have broke my mom's back many a times, right? But that might be more a saying. And he's just laughing. He says, oftentimes I think superstitions come in based on the fact of fear. Fear plays a role in superstitions. So if we are not to act a certain way, then bad luck will come our way. And so in the end, that's what it comes down to, my children. It is a way, a manner of keeping you in line. Is it not? And so we're all kind of ingesting that. Well, is it not? When you think of every superstition that you know, are any of them good luck superstitions? And I just sort of put my hand up and go, well, there's the one there, if you're going to get married, make sure you hang something out on the clothesline so it doesn't rain. He goes, no, it's not good luck. In the end, it is bad luck again, that if you do not do this, bad luck will come your way. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So do not do or believe or be superstitious, my children, for then you are simply inviting bad luck to come and play, and that does not pay. Remember, children, what you believe will come, certainly, to pass. Laugh at the superstitions. Have fun how they have rolled through the ages and how your grandparents may have lived by those words. But do not pay much heed or attention to them. Think of them as more historical and where they have come from. But they do not have a place in our culture and our world on earth. This book. And people are kind of, I think, a little, excuse me, but pissed off by all this because they want to believe. They want to believe that, you know, the number 13 is bad luck. Because in a way it gives them boundaries, it gives them rules as to how to not misbehave and how to create good things to come into the world. Perhaps. I do not think so, though, Whitehawk says. For what will you do if Friday the 13th lands? For surely it will land, and it has landed, and it will continue to land in the calendar. Are you to just not get up out of bed? Are you to fear every second, every moment of that day? Are you to live in fear the full day? I do not think so, children. So when you come to play today with your superstitions, they do not pay, children. They do not pay. So laugh and laugh them off. But don't give them your attention. And certainly, most certainly, do not give them your energy. For indeed, they will fully come to fruition if you so choose. If you so choose. They do not pay, children, so do not play with them. That is all here today, children. You may be as mad and angry as you want, but it's reality. You make your own reality, whether you choose to believe them or not. God bless, children. God bless. And he gets off on his horse. He's on his horse and takes off on his white horse and says, "Hi-oh, Silver! Today, away today." God bless, Whitehawk. God bless. Well, there you go. I guess it's all about what we believe, right? And I'm hearing the song, "Don't stop believing, no." So it's all about what you believe, guys. I believe that's what we've learned here today as I'm sliding down onto the floor. So if you enjoyed what you saw here today, give me a thumbs up or hit that subscribe button. Would love to hear from you. And I'm on Facebook and on Twitter. The links are in the description box down below. Join me there for a daily conversation of intuition and intuitiveness and maybe even superstitions.